Invoker Monk Impulsa build. I'll explain how it works. So basically, we are Invoker Monk. We use Custom Shock with the Soul Spring Eternal, Lead Me Through Grace, and Protect Me from Harm. This is really strong defensive node. Here we generate a lot of Spirit. Actually, I'm right now on 189 Spirit, but can get higher with better chest. I'll replace it soon, but this is my chest for now. Some defensive dexterity, life, and a lot of ES and energy shield that gives us 190 spirit. With this, we can use few auras that helps our build. And here's passive tree. I'll get through that later on. Our main skill for damage and generating shocks is Stormwave for now. It deals a ton of damage in front of us. We have upheaval for 3 lines to get more radius and range to hit more targets at once and shock them. We have more attack speed, chance to shock, less cost because the cost is really heavy in that build. Upheaval and lightning infusion for extra lightning damage. For a single target, for bosses, we use Tempest Fury with Tempest Bell. It's like 4 attacks in a row. We use that final attacks deals double damage crescendo, Consecrated Effect for more damage, and Close Combat we deal more damage when we are in close range. On bosses, we can swap mana gems from one to the other to have significant lower mana cost on Tempest Fury and Cassis more often because it deals overall more damage than Stormwave. But we can try to shotgun bosses with upheaval, so 3 lines hit the boss and it gets like triple damage from each line. So it seems like it's less damage and less attack speed, but overall, if you hit with 3 lines, it's 3 times the damage. So I didn't do the math, but and I don't have like target dummy, but from like a point of view, when 3 lines hit the boss, it's shotgunned for like through boss, and it gets triple damage. Later, like we use Herald of Thunder as an aura, Ghost Dance, Herald of Ice, and Wind Dancer. With Herald of Thunder, when we kill a target, we get extra lightning damage. Herald of Thunder works as a buff and as a damage dealer. It like shoots bolts of damage that impact targets in 1.6 meter radius. It's quite a lot, so it deals damage around the target that it hits. When we kill, we get even more damage. We cannot inflict elemental alignments with this one to get 25% more damage. I'm not sure if this is better for us, but I'm testing it out for now to check if shock generation and energy generation through custom shock is not too low for now. We use Primal Arcment and Long Shot to deal more damage through target is freer from us. Then Travel Skill and like finisher to more explosion is Shattering Palm. We use Ice Bite for extra cold damage from damage when we kill. Elemental damage for each type we use skill we used recently, and Momentum for more damage when we dash. Then Tempest Bell is skill that you put down after 4 hits. You can cast it, and it radiates the damage with every hit on it. We use Killing Strike, Font of Rage, so we get rage on bosses when we spam it, so we get more damage, attack speed, etc. Plus Font of Mana, it regenerates more mana when we stand next to it, so it's even better mana regeneration overall. Later, the next Ghost Dance, it's aura that regenerates our energy shield equal to 5% of our evasion. We have a lot of evasion, so it regenerates around 300 or even more. No, I have like 6.7k evasion rating, so it generates 300 energy shield per charge. So it's like we have 5 charges, and it's like 1.5k ES on hit when we get hit. We play it with fast forward, so it's less duration. So charges regenerate faster. The tooltip is actually backed, but it works. Next, Herald of Thunder, Herald of Ice, sorry. It's for some extra damage, explosion. Basically, it's another layout of exploding stuff. When something is cold, I will explain how we use that in order to explode. When I get to the passive tree, we use most important skill here. I mean, gem is clarity to more regeneration, or freeze up, build up, and extra cold damage when we kill. Wind dancers are defensive buff to get more evasion per stage. We get 4 stages for now. I'm not sure if on max level is 5 stages. Whenever the target hits us, we push away every mob around. So it's good defensive layout with maim on hit, chance to blind on hit, and pin up. So basically when we push, everything is stopped and we are safe. We cannot be surrounded by monsters in perfect condition if we have charges. And last, our Impulsa skill is Cast on Shock. So basically it works when you shock an enemy, you generate energy, and then when you have 100% energy, you spend it to cast a spell. So with Storm Wave, we shock almost everything. We have, I think, close to 100% chance to shock. So it generates really fast. Then it's pop voltaic mark. That's on the target. When it's on the target, it gets more chance to shock. The magnitude of shock is better, and effect of shock is 30% increased. But what we like about it is Nova. When you kill marked enemy, it deals damage around the target. That does have more chance to shock, so it's trigger around like Impulsa was in PoE 1, and the Nova is pretty big too. And it scales with its own base type damage, so it scales with everything in our passive tree. I use it with more area of effect, a chance to shock nearby enemies in the radius, so it's even more spreading around. Impetus for more increased energy generation and chance to not consume all energy. That's our gems. Quick gear showcase. Here's my stuff. It's +2 melee skills that like benefit a lot from Stormwave and Tempest Fury. A lot of physical damage that is converted to lightning damage. Some lightning damage that I actually have here can be changed for full physical damage, and it should be fine. That's not the best one, but it's really strong. High phys damage with all melee skills. That's what you want to look for. Helmet with some life, resistance, energy shield, and evasion, because we get a lot of benefits from evasion. Energy shield is extra layout of defensive through Ghost Shroud. Neck that just bought is for basically level to all melee skills and some extra attributes. We need a lot of dex and int for build to work. Some extra strength is always great for life. The result of life here too. The accuracy rating is actually dead node, but we cannot change that. For now, it's pretty strong. Neck, and I allocated freedom of movements, which gives 30% evasion and evasion rating when you dodged. So it's extra survivability, but I will change that maybe for some damage of heralds, or I need to look for a better passive on the tree around the whole tree, because I wasn't looking for it for now. Some rings with a lot of fire resistance, regeneration of life with kill is really good when you kill a lot of packs. So 38 per kill is actually pretty strong because I get like 400 HP when you kill 10 mobs. A lot of resistance, some life. Here's the second ring, a lot of resistance again, some damage to attacks. It benefits the build overall. Increased lightning damage, some intelligence. The mana per kill, like high mana per kill, would be great because we would sustain more on maps. But for now, I'm pretty sure the mana cost on maps is fine for now. Those glows are pretty busted because there's a lot of damage types on it. Physical damage is converted, cold and lightning damage is obviously extra damage for every attack. Rarity, great for later stages of the game, attack speed and cold resistance. Here's my belt, some resistance, mana and life, and flask charge per second. That's good for bossing because we used a lot of flask charges on boss. And last, the boots. I need to change those for 30 movement speed ones, but same. Some resistance, dexterity, life, and they are good to go. Moving on to passive tree. Like I said on the beginning, Ascendency is Invoker with, for now, the Soul Spring Eternal, lead me through grace and protect me from harm. With a final Ascendency, I will go for Sure Effect and I am the Thunder for more lightning damage. If you want to play more boss type of build, you should go for I Shall Rage. And overall, I think like my build is more of a mapper than a boss killer, but is doing pretty decent in boss fights too. I was able to get the last boss of Sanctum to like 5%, but I had some really bad downsides in the Sanctum, so and it doesn't work for now, so it doesn't matter. But for final lap, I will go I am the Thunder. If you want to play more single target damage on boss, you can go to Unbot of Water. That deals a lot of like it's insane damage. Like button, you click every 100 shocks you do. We generate a lot of shocks, so it might be good for mapping too. I need to check that out later on. And for build, as you can see, some attack speed and dexterity for start, increased attack damage, increased like everything in our build, so that's the path I took. Here's some extra lightning damage and chance to shock. For start, I went through here to get more shock chance. Overall, shock chance is pretty good for generating our custom shock, so yeah, some ES, movement speed, regeneration plus extra stats. I changed recently to recover on kill because when you kill it stacks up and it like sustain our map mana issues. Here's some blind chance that help us like extra defensive layer for maps. Some ES, mana cost of skills. We take both of Echoing Thunder and Echoing Frost because we use Shattering Palm to dash to enemy, and it does chill them, so it procs every time we dash. We get 30% increased elemental damage, and of course we shock all the time, so we get 30% elemental damage all the time from this one. Here's some magnitude and mana regeneration if you have shocked recently, so it's again mana saving node. And magnitude of shock is pretty strong, I think, because you increase shock percent, so monsters take a lot of damage, more damage than they used to. Here's some chance to shock with attack speed and cast speed. That works with our attacks pretty well. Some jewel that I have like 3 jewels for each type for max cold, fire, and lightning resistance. So we get 77 of each resistance. I'm still not capped on Chaos Rest. I'm working on it for now. But perfectly, like on the end, I want to be Chaos capped. And yeah, maybe some more max stress because there are some bases and jewels that can like get more of those. And each percent above 75 is like a lot of defensive. Uh, Next, here we have some maximum increased lightning damage, some quarter staff nodes for attack speed, and actually this one is for dexterity because 25 dex is a lot for free, and some crit bonus. Here we have some herald stuff. I took the reservation because my chest is not perfect yet, and I need this one spirit for clarity. Here's some dex, percent dex increase and dex stat. In few levels, I might go here to get more attack speed for each dexterity we have. I have for now 230. I think might end around 300 at the end with the full items. Recently, today the custom shock was nerfed. That's why I changed for Soul Spring Eternal from I'm the Thunder for now to generate more energy. And I discovered this node that increased damage when you trigger a skill recently with meta skill again. So we trigger a lot. So it's perma 40% damage, and it also get increased energy generation with those nodes here. This one is dead because we don't use spell damage. None of our skills have spell attack on it, I think. Yeah, there's a no spell attack on our skills, but well, it's one node for free. Great nodes for now. We generate a lot of energy. I will showcase the build at the end, how it works, how it feels. Some jewel like this one is pretty bonkers because I bought it really fast early in the stage. We get like attack speed with quarter staff, penetrate lightning resistance, max stress on lightning, and increase lightning damage. So like it's this one of the perfect like every passive and suffix. I mean prefix and suffix is great for this one. Here we get some attack speed with reduced cost of mana. Which is great. Some yes, reduce curse effect on you. Again, like this one is really strong to get less curse problem on you. We tend to be low on mana every time we fight the boss, so this one is pretty good for damage penetration on lightning. Here is some double dipping node for extra lightning damage as called. So with that one, we also tend to freeze and chill enemy. So this one triggers this one. So basically, you have 5% extra damage and shock here, and some 30% elemental damage if you chill an enemy. So that one works pretty well with lightning damage. And here's some attack speed with lightning damage overall. That's a game tree. I mean passive tree. Basically, it might change every day. It changes quite a bit. I'm figuring out new ways and trying to maximize like roads, where to go, etc. So it might change. I'll update how it changes every time it does. So I'll try to. And now a quick showcase of the build. We have some tier 15 map. I'll actually corrupt it, so get some more monsters in every node this suffix prefix, and so we don't have like this great map. Let's try it out and showcase it on map with breach because the breach is like perfect. Perfect mechanic for us. That was a dash with shattering palm, so we can move pretty fast to monsters. And as you can see, everything pretty much explodes. I I will try not to die because it obviously have a lot of defensive area because we have 58% armor and evasion. I didn't explain how the Ascendency worked, but I'll get to that after the map. It is pretty tanky with those Ascendancies, but you can still die from ground because there's a lot of shit on the ground this in this part of game. And overall in PoE2 there's a lot of things that can kill you, so obviously you can die, but I tend to die less when I get the node and protect me from harm, because it does count as you would have the same amount of evasion as armor in percent, but you have 0. I have 53 armor, but it shows us I had like 7k of armor. So this node is pretty bonkers because you have evasion and armor reduce the elemental damage to now. So this one is broken. It will get nerfed 100%. Question is when. So you have to like use it when you can. Let's find this breach, because the breach is the best part of the league now. I mean, league with early access. And for that build is just perfect to see how everything explodes. Maybe we'll get some lucky drops. Oh, there's a breach. The placement is pretty bad, but hope we'll see how it works. Like you see, it triggers mark around the monsters when it hits. And like breach got nerfed today too. I'm pretty sure about that, because there's like half of the mobs it used to be. But you saw there it changed off screen, so basically you can off screen monsters with it. On X, pretty good. Sadly, like I said, they nerfed breach today. There's some clips on my channel that you can see from yesterday how it popped entire screens, or even off screen, like this one you've seen right here. Like when you get more better passive trees on breach nodes, and there will be more monsters, this one will be insanely good for clearing maps. It's pretty fast too with everything. So yeah, that's the build. I'll get back for a loot later. I want to round up the video. So yeah, so this is Impulsa Chunk Monk build. I'll just try to stream as much as I can. So if you have any questions, go ahead and ask on the stream. Thank you for your attention. Bye bye.